Hello there. Welcome to. Sorry for that. Trying to correct some technical issues here. Hello and welcome to yet another edition of the Sage Dialogue series. My name is Richard Joseph, and I'll be your host for this edition. If you remember, sometime last week we had a series of conversation around the 2021 Sage National Entrepreneurship Exhibitions and Award that happened at the OOPL. That's the Chief Olusegun Obasanjo's former president of Nigeria's Presidential Library at Abeokuta, Nigeria. Today, joining me on the call will be the team Hakivia. I hope I got the name right. The winners of the 2021 Sage National Entrepreneurship and Exhibition Award scheme. We will be talking about fast tracking the entrepreneurship participation among teenagers, and we'll get to understand the journey of these students who are able to build up solutions from high school or junior high school, right? Joining me on the call would be the students. They're all gathered in Abuja. This is brought to you by Digital Times in partnership with Sage Nigeria and AfroSeed. And they're all gathered in the Sage office in Abuja, Nigeria. And we are bringing this conversation all the way from Accra, Ghana. Hello, Team Sage, Hakivia. You guys, can you hear me? If you can, let us see your video turned on. How are you?
Hi.
Oh my God, so good to see all of you. You look beautiful and so smart. How is it going?
Fine,
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so joining me is, I hope I get all your names right because let me see, let me try. So joining me is, kindly do what and keep your cameras on. Joining me is Mr. Ofoduro Francis, who is the president and CEO of Hakivia Sage Team. Francis, can you just wave your hand for us to see? Perfect, good to see you, Francis. And next on the list is Mbachu Sharon, who is the Chief Operations Officer. Mbachu Sharon, where are you? Hello, Sharon. Good to see you, Sharon. And then next on my list is Onyinyenyoma Nina, who is the VP Engineering, Quality and Control. Nina, how are you? Please forgive me if I massacre your name, okay? Don't hold it against me. All right, and four on the list is Anichebe Chisom Kamara, who is the Director of Communications. Wow, smart, pretty lady, Director of Communications. There you go. And lastly, we'll be joined shortly by the Principal, Mr. Ifeanyi, and then Mr. Aye Romanos, who is the Sage Team Advisor. All right, thank you so much for dedicating your time and joining us on the Sage Dialogue series, this edition where we sit down together with Maris College Yangoji to talk about the entrepreneurial journey and how they were able to come together to win the Sage Competition 2021. You guys are welcome, right? Can you kind of give me a little bit of background about yourself? So I'll start with the CEO and President, Mr. Ifeanyi. Could you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
All right, perfect. Mr. Francis, tell me about you. How did you come across? How did you get together to form the Sage? Be the president of your team to start with. Let's start from there.
Thank you very much, sir. As you rightly said, my name is Ofoduro Francis, and I'm the president and CEO of the Hakivia Sage Team of Maris College Yangoji.
Yeah.
Okay, I was elected as the president through voting from our students in the team. So I emerged as the winner, and I was crowned the president.
Wow.
Okay, we came up with this idea because
wait. Before you tell us about your solution, Hakivia, take your time. I know you're in a hurry to let us know what you guys did, right? But why are you the only male on a female-led team? Why? You have a lot of women there, and you're the only man. Why is that? Is it like gender imbalance? Tell me about that.
Sir, I'm not the only male on this team.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you okay.
So
Okay. All right.
on the leadership board, I'm the only male.
Oh,
So
okay. So the other males didn't qualify for leadership. Quite interesting. Minister of Communications, where is she? Ni- How are you?
Fine,
All
thank you,
right.
sir.
Let's get to know about your solution. What is Team Hakivia all about? The Sage Team Hakivia. What was the solution?
Okay, our team is basically about bringing up solutions for problems in our country and globally. And our solution is like two devices we tag: the Sense Box and the Aquabot. The Sense Box is a device that's basically about monitoring the air quality the citizens breathe, the air quality we breathe as people, like as a community, as a group of people in the world. The air quality, it monitors the air quality people breathe, monitor the air quality you breathe, we breathe, everybody breathes. Then our water quality device, it's aimed at monitoring the water quality of fish ponds, restaurants, the ones we drink, parameters, etc. So it's basically for the solution is basically for prevention of air and water pollution.
Wow. So what class are you guys in again?
High school,
I mean, basic what is what was it? What's the educational track?
SS1 and SS2.
SS1 and SS2,
Yes, sir.
and you develop what
The
sense
water
box.
quality, the water quality.
Wow,
How about
sense
I am
box
taken
and
aback. This is interesting. I'm very much intrigued. How do you feel about the achievement of your team, Francis?
thank you very much, sir. But before I talk about how I feel for our
Yeah.
achievement, I would like to talk about how we felt before the national competition. Okay.
Okay.
After we came up with this smart idea, the sense box and the aquabot, we were the sense box is an air quality monitoring device that senses the harmful particles in the air, while the aquabot is a water quality monitoring device that measures water parameters, pH, salinity, temperature, and humidity. SenseBox is an air quality monitoring device that is
Yeah.
calibrated using the World Health Organization index. That is from 0 ppm to 50 ppm, the air is good. From 51 ppm to 100 ppm, the air is moderate. And from 101 ppm and above, the air is bad and requires immediate attention. The sense box is made up of various sensors, microprocessors, as well as an IoT platform. When it senses the air and the air is bad, it relays this information to the user via his smartphone or his computer in a very easy format. And it also triggers a loud alarm, thereby notifying the user or the owner that the air quality has gone extremely above normal. The Aquabot is a water quality monitoring device that senses water parameters in the water. Now, when it does this, if the water is bad or becomes too acidic or too alkaline, it relays this information also to the user via his smartphone and computer, also in a very easy format, so as to notify the owner when his water has gone bad. Now, after we came up with this idea, we had several weeks of training from our teachers and our principal. We even had to measure our entrepreneurship life as well as our academic life. We had to we it was difficult for us to balance two of them, but with God Almighty, we were able to achieve all and conquer. So we felt really stressed out. We also got some low hopes from some people, and we felt that we couldn't make it. But to God, as luck would have it, we were able to emerge and win. And we were very surprised and shocked when we heard that both teams qualified for the finals, for the both teams qualified as the winners of the Sage national competition.
Wow. I see you're a godly man. Yeah, you kept on mentioning God. Yeah, we thank God for that win. Are you a pastor in church or something?
No, sir.
Maybe one day you will be. All right. So sense box, is it sense box or sense box?
Sense box.
Box, and then the aqua bot.
Yes, sir.
Great. So one checks out for the quality for air, right? The air you breathe, and the other does for the water.
Yes, sir.
What led to creating the solution as a team?
Our inspirations were gotten from the lectures we had in our classrooms. Subjects such as physics, which talks about the human activities and how they operate. Chemistry, which talks about carbon monoxide, which is a very poisonous gas that, when emitted into the atmosphere, can cause harm to the human health, as well as biology, which is mainly the study of life and life's processes. So, with all the concepts of this, we were able to gather our information, which exposed us to the fact that air and water pollution are very, very harmful to the human health and are one of the highest problems globally. So, with the drive to solve these huge problems, we had several weeks of brainstorming and trainings from our teachers that exposed us to IoT, which is Internet of Things technology. We created two smart devices, which are the SenseBox and the Aquabot, as we rightly said. So the SenseBox is an air quality monitoring device, while the Aquabot is a water quality monitoring device. So basically, we got our inspirations from the our rural community and nearby community. We met, we found out that 90% of women still make use of firewood for cooking. And this
Yeah.
gas is emitted from firewood is very injurious for the health and can lead to heart diseases, lung cancer, stroke, as well as brain lack and stunted brain development.
Interesting. That's what a beautiful one. I'm now going to switch my attention to a VP, vice president. So this is what is fun for me, right? You guys are so young, but you act like a team of the likes of the Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and I mean Google and the rest. When I saw the profiles, it just blew me. It took me aback, right? We have a chief operating officer and we have VP engineering, quality and control. Wow. What led to, how did you guys get together? Like, how did you form the team? How did you give yourself this title? And what is each and every one of you doing? I want to know what you guys do really within the team to form this cohesive bond that has led you thus far to winning the SAGE 2021 National Entrepreneurship and Exhibition Awards.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Sir,
No,
as
I don't want to hear from you. No, 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 no. Please don't be biased. Let the women talk.
Thank you, sir. So at first we're just
So who's
a
speaking right now?
me, Onyoma, VP
Onyo,
Engineering.
okay, Onyonyoma. All right, great.
So at first, we're just a team of entrepreneurs. Just wanted to help our community and solve problems, basically. So we decided to have a management team. We thought that if we're going to do this, we needed a president that can coordinate us well and run the team properly. We needed a communicating director when we are going out for awareness or campaigns to help in teach children about the effects of water pollution and air pollution. We needed an engineering slash quality control for the devices we intend on building, the hardware, the software, everything in general. We needed a chief operating officer just to run everything, check at times to cross-check everything, make sure everybody's doing the right thing at the right time and things like that. We need a marketing director to like a treasurer but more advanced because she deals with the markets and everything, sales, marketing, finance, and things like that. So we made our way to the Sage competition, doing various research. Wanted to know if we are to build a device, how are we going to make it known? How are we going to help people with the device if it's only us in our school and our community that knows about it? So what we did, we registered for the competition. We built a device, two devices, the Aquabot and the SenseBox. We did awareness, went for campaigns, did various research, and thank God we emerged with that. That's just
Okay, Thank you so much, Nina. Right, that was you. Um, I want to find out something quickly here. Right. I like how you guys assembled the team. It's so professional. I'm sure you had the guidance of a coach, right, to get this done the way it was done. Okay, great. So, warm acknowledgement to your coach. Perfectly done. Please give a round of applause for your coach. Right. We'll get to him and have him like take us through the journey. But first, right, you guys sound like, or you look like, no, you are teen entrepreneurs, and this is beautiful. This is something we don't really see a lot in Africa, where young folks like your age have set up themselves for entrepreneurship. This is beautiful. We really applaud what Sage is doing in Nigeria, right? What do you think, or why do you think entrepreneurship is important for teenagers around your age group? Now, this is you encouraging or advising people within your age group. Let us know, right? Guiding from the what you have won or the accomplishment you've made or the achievement you've made, right? Why do you think entrepreneurship is important for teenagers? Who's gonna speak? The vice president herself, right? Or
No, Chief Police Officer.
chief operating officer? Oh my God, that's right. Let's hear you.
Okay. First of all, my name is Sharon Bachu.
Hi,
I'm Chief
Sharon.
Operating Officer. I'm Chief Operating Officer of this group of these teams. Okay, how entrepreneurship, as in why it is good for young people and what it, the
Yeah.
benefit. First of all, what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is getting to know a problem and solving it in your own way, making sure that you get to the root of the problem and coming up with innovative solutions. And that is what we did. There are so many benefits. You cannot overemphasize on the benefits and the importance of entrepreneurship to young people and our age mates, not just our age mates, but even people older than us need entrepreneurship. First of all, you have a lot of opportunities. You get to travel, you get to meet different people. I, for one, have never been in a train, and during this journey, I got to enter a train, and that was really exciting for me. There are lots of opportunities that entrepreneurship exposes you to. It opens your mindset to innovating, getting new solutions. You're now more proactive as a human being because you're always on the go, always thinking, how can I do this? How can I help people? How can I impact life? Entrepreneurship is something that is so powerful. It empowers the mind, it gives knowledge to people, and it's not something that we only want for ourselves. We want everybody around us, people around the world. We want children to be exposed to this. We want teenagers to be exposed to this. Even adults, they are not exempted from entrepreneurship. It is very important because it opens up your mind. You get to develop yourself as a person. You get more experiences. You are exposed to different things that you've never seen before. A lot of us here, we experienced a lot of things that we've never seen before, and it was really an exciting opportunity that we are grateful for. And it's not something we want to keep to ourselves. We're not hiding entrepreneurship. We believe everybody should be part of this, and it is very important. You cannot emphasize on the processes.
Interesting. Thank you very much for that submission, Sharon. That's beautifully said. You've done really perfectly well. Um, it's fascinating to hear young people your age speak with such poise and clear, polished English. Uh, being part of the, I mean, you guys qualified really for the Sage World Cup, right? That's what it's called. So you,
Yes, sir.
how are you guys preparing for the Sage World Cup?
Thank you very much. My name is Wokedi Joyce, and I'm the marketing director. Like the
Okay.
first thing, more success means more work. So we are not just stopping here. We're going to continue with our rigorous training from our school management. We're going to continue preparing for the Sage Cup, continuous preparations. We are carrying out more research on how to help the world further, and we are hoping in God. God is most important. We are hoping in God that He would help us and see us through the Sage World Cup.
I didn't get your name again.
Okay, rejoice.
Okay, Joyce, marketing director. You have everything on the team, right? What else are you missing? That's quite interesting. So now let's talk about this one thing that's fascinating for me. Okay, how did you go about receiving some of the advices? I mean, what kept you up at night, right? Because of, I mean, you had expert coaches who were tutoring you, right? What has been your relationship with your coaches so far, and how would you say that that has really helped you?
Okay, we our relationship with our coaches.
Please
Let's
introduce
start.
yourself. I need to know who you are,
Okay,
the
I am
names
Anita,
and
the director of
say.
communication.
Okay, yeah, there you are, the Minister of Communication. Thank you.
Talking about our relationship with our mentors and our coaches. Yes, these people you have mentioned have been able to build us, and they are part of people that have spurred us to reach this height we have attained. They have kept us busy by giving us time for researches, engaging us in different activities like coming together, thinking of innovative solutions, not just not just and like not just it's not all centered on this stage. They help us mentally, emotionally, because this journey has not been easy. We had emotional times, we had times where we get angry, walk out, we had times when things were hard. But these people, as teenagers, yes, we have these things, but these people have been able to bring us together. They have a way of engaging us because yes, we are teenagers. There are things we like, there are things we don't like. We're very picky, and they understand the way we think. They bring us together mentally, spiritually, and business business wise. Yes.
My name is Ofodu Francis, and I'm the
Oh,
president.
I
Now, to
think
cover,
I lost you there for a bit. Okay, welcome back. I can hear you now. Yeah, welcome back. So you can finish up.
Okay, so like I said, these people have been able to bring us mentally, spiritually, business wise. We are very grateful to them for
I
all
thank
this.
them so much too on your behalf. They've done an amazing job building a next cohort of leaders forged through entrepreneurship. I'm sincerely, really proud of you guys. You guys are doing amazing, and you guys are looking so poised already. Let me switch my attention now to Mr. Romanus Aye. How are you, Mr. Romanus? Mr. Romanus, your
I'm
mic
very
is
fine.
muted.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. I can hear you now. Please speak out loud a little bit for us to hear. How are you?
Yes, I'm very fine. Thank you.
Great. You have
I
done a
guess you can
good
hear
job
me,
by
right?
training and building these wonderful young men and women into what they've become. To have gone all the way. Nigeria has 36 states, right? And we have how many schools across Nigeria? For them to have gone all the way to have won the Sage Nationals in Nigeria, how does that make you feel? How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel yes, I feel very happy. First of all, I want to appreciate the effort that Sage Nigeria is doing in the lives of teenagers. Right, Sage is one of the few bodies who are trying to do things differently, especially when it comes to offering solutions to major unmet needs of our world. We started this journey with Sage in 2019. I presented my first team for the Sage National Competition after having an encounter with a school who has also been working with them. So we took up the challenge and we started working. I started the first team and we went with our first project for the Sage National Competition then in 2019. And after, although we're still new, we had some shortcomings. We were not used to the stage environment. But after all, we came a second place team, and
Wow.
we were built to represent Nigeria alongside one other team in the nationals in US, Berkeley to be precise. So our
Yeah.
first outing with Sage, we came second position. and we represented Nigeria in the United States of America, and we won a gold medal
Wow.
for our project. Last year in 2019, I also presented the same team. This time around, we went more fortified, and we came second position. We came first position. Sorry, we were the outstanding team, and we were to go for the international at Netherlands, but due to COVID-19 regulations and all that, we couldn't make it. We had a virtual presentation. So this year we decided that okay, let's give more teenagers the opportunity, all right, to express their business innovations, to make their solutions, their business innovations and solutions known to the world. So when I approached my management as the advisor of the team and their mentor, I told them we need to go with two teams to this year's Sage Nationals. I got the
Mm.
approval and interest of the students, and we started working. I must say it wasn't so easy, but then being that they are students who believed in me, because I made them to understand that yes, the change we are looking for lies with them, and they can begin now to make impact, not just after graduating from universities. So with this, we started working. We started intensified our work on the sense box, the device that senses the air quality and reports immediately to the user via smartphone or computer, and also the water quality. So in the end, we went for the competition, and it was great. So I feel very happy. I feel excited. I am particularly excited because we are making impact, and I am hopeful that the impact that these young teenagers are trying to make, all right, will not just die at this stage. Our dream is to see these projects, all right, scale up, and in the near future, every Nigerian out there can benefit from it. Thank you.
Very well said, Mr. Romanus Aye. What stood out to me was that this all started off with pitfalls. So it was not a perfect start, but yes, you came second, I think, in the first period where you represented your school for Sage. And then you went ahead to win the gold medal award at the Nationals in US. And now you've come back home and now you've emerged first. So there was obviously the starting point wasn't so perfect, but now you're where you need to be and you're moving forward, right? That is beautiful. What strategies have you employed so far to help you get to where you have? Because I mean, if you started from where you started and you're here right now, it means that there are certain things that have changed, right? And how can some of the other Sage institutions or schools benefit from maybe your experience to help them get? Because now the idea is not to compete a lot, but we need to compete. So we have to be able to build together, right? Not separate because of the competition, right? But I want you to share some of the ideas you have or some of the strategies you've implemented that can also help other people benefit as such to improve what the Sage team are doing and better build a next generation of entrepreneurship forge leaders forged to entrepreneurship.
Okay, talking about my strategies is something I love to talk about all the time. Of course, my students know me for that. I am a very open-minded person. Now, one thing I do is this. When you are working with young minds, you need to, first of all, make them to believe in you. And that has to do with your
Yeah.
sincerity. Now, apart from making them to believe in you, you have to make them to believe in themselves too. Because as young minds, there are so many things that they can do with the energies within them, with their abilities, that to a large extent, some of them are not aware. Even those who try to fathom, the idea. Now the question is, how do I go about it? Who's going to give me attention and all that? So I had to first of all make them to believe in me and also to believe in themselves. That was one of the strategies I used. And secondly, it is not enough that we have identified a solution to a problem. Now, what unique value are you adding to your solution that is not already in existence? This is a factor that I usually bear in mind, and I tell them. And I think everyone out there needs to know about it. Let me take us back to our devices, the air quality monitor that we built and the water quality monitor, the SenseBus and the AquaBot. Now, one unique thing you need to know about these projects is that they are built using the Internet of Things technology. Now, Internet of Things technology is about the latest technology in Africa. It's simply relating internet to basically everything around us. With this, you can be able to, orchestrate the behavior of one device with another, or one machine with another. You can be able to understand the behavior of machines. You can be able to determine, all right, how devices are being operated. And apart from the fact that they are built using the Internet of Things technology, they provide real-time data. Now in Nigeria, there are no real-time quality air providers. So when I discovered this, we took advantage, and one of the things we capitalized on. So one of my strategies is identifying areas that that have not been that are untapped, and then coming out with a unique value, all right, that puts you ahead of what everyone is doing out there. And again, you need to network. It's not just about me, So when I meet with my team, I also try to listen to them. I welcome ideas from them. We brainstorm. In the practicals too, you carry them along. You allow them sometimes, they don't get it. You give them instructions. They go the other way. You try to be upset, but then they are teenagers. You need to allow them be themselves sometimes.
That's
so
right.
that you can actually get exactly what you want from them. And these are the things that I bore in mind, and then I put to action. And today we emerged winners to represent Nigeria at the global level.
Great, very well said. Let's have the girls back online. The girls and the boy, so I don't miss that out. Or the Sage Akivia team. Hi guys, how are you guys doing? Are you guys enjoying the conversation so far?
Yes.
So I remember that when you were making your earlier submission, I think Nina mentioned that sometimes you get angry, you walk out, and your tutors help you build that courage and that cohesion working together, right? And your Sage team advisor has also mentioned that he tried to build a relationship with you that helped you trust him and also trust yourself, right? So far, so good. What can you say you've achieved with building relationships, building network as teenagers to be able to solve a common problem? Do you
Okay.
understand the question?
No, please, can you rephrase it?
Okay, let me rephrase it, right? So before all of you, I probably think you all are in a classroom together, right? Or you study together. Is that correct?
Yes.
Good. So you had to form a team, right? I'm going to put your advisor this question too. You had to form a team to work towards a common goal, and is solving this problem, right? So how were you able to build that cohesion and walk away from the negative, getting angry and all of those working to build what you've built?
Okay, so apart from all the bad times we had, we also had a lot of good times. They were There were times where our tutor, Mr. Ranus, brought us snacks during practice times. There were times where we rehearsed so well in front of the school that we got applauses, really loud applauses. There were times where we just had good times being together, having fun. There were times we got to miss classes to practice, to research. It was very, very fun. The good times were actually more than the bad times when you think about it very well, because we were always together. We actually made a bond through this stage. The whole team actually started bonding better because we were always together. We were always practicing together. We made more friends, even in the junior classes, which we thought would never happen because we were in different classes together. And during practice time, nobody cared about classes. We were just there together, teenagers, solving problems. And it
was very nice. So the bond was just amazing. The cohesion was amazing. Yeah.
Okay,
And
I see you want to talk, Francis.
yes, sir.
Okay, what do you have to say?
And sir, because of this good relationship we had with Mr. Romanus, he won the best, the advisor for the
Best advice of
year,
the year.
Sage
I'm going to
National.
get to that shortly. That's great. Congratulations on winning the best advisor at the exhibition and awards nationals. That's beautiful. Um, So, since you've spoken about this, right, it seems to me that Romanus, you have a background in tech because to be able to build stuff around IoT, Internet of Things, you probably need to have a lot of background within technology. And are these students really? Do they have backgrounds in technology right from high school, or this was a journey you guys had to go through together with the study materials and trying to build the solution?
All right. Now, these students you see here are students of a high school, like they said. Some of them are in SS1, some in SS2. All right. And they had no basic idea about IoT, about embedded systems, about
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurship before we embarked
Mm-hmm.
on this journey. So one of the things we did, right, was to organize an IoT training session for them, where
Mm.
I got mentors from outside, people who are grounded, to partner with me. Because when we talk about IoT, it is a diverse field, and right, we there's a lot that needs to be done. Then also we also use the embedded systems too. So we had series of IoT training classes to prepare them, to take them through, to help them acquire the knowledge with which they were able to build the device. All right. Then apart from that too, I also organize. Sometimes I allow them to go online to during their research time. Access videos on how to make presentations. We had series of time where we had to seek advice or seek services of other persons who are experts in presentation. And because the students were so open to, they want to explore, they wanted to make the best out of everything. So it was much more easier, and all that we got for them, they were able to flow with it, and then they imbibed everything. And today we have a project that we can proudly say that we built ourselves.
Congratulations to you all. You've done perfectly well. Let's have Mr. Barrister Ifeanyi, who was the principal of the school that has come out as the winning champions. Congratulations, sir. I think I'd like to start with first. How do you feel about this achievement to start with?
Um, uh, Thank you very much. Please, I don't think that BR is barrister. It is brother Ifeanyi. So I'm not a barrister,
Okay,
please.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you, brother Ifeanyi.
Okay.
Good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. I'm happy um, to be here, watch my students answer great questions on their innovations and their contributions in solving some of the challenges of the world, trying to meet some of the um, SDG goals for us to become great entrepreneurs in the future. So, your question is how I feel
Yeah.
about the performance of these students. Um, well, I think I will say that I'm happy about what these students have done, not necessarily on the winning. Okay,
Hmm.
for me, the great thing there is what they're able to do as youngsters. When I watch these children go through the projects, the amount of time they put, the hunger to provide solution to the challenges they have discovered, their ingenuity, the thirst and hunger to acquire knowledge and build these devices. I'm overwhelmed by that. And I ask myself, why can't we, why can't I create a bigger opportunity, a wider opportunity for more students from the school, Maris College Yangoji, and for more young people all over Nigeria and Africa, giving them the opportunity to discover their talents, to provide for them the holistic education, not just education that centers on brain work. And this is where the curriculum we are running, especially in Nigeria today, lays emphasis on. So, it's a big question I ask myself. And this question is valid for all of us. Those of us who are educators, teachers, school
Oh, that's
administrators,
so sad.
our
Okay, we can hear
curriculums.
you now. For a second, we are losing you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Not again. We can hear you. We can hear you. You can go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I have to say when it comes to how I feel about the achievements of my students.
Very well said, Brother Ifeanyi. That is so touching. And I can see the heart you have for your students. It's really well felt in your speech. Thank you so much for that. You just
You're
mentioned
welcome.
something really intriguing. Oh, so unfortunate it's dropped off the call. I have more questions for him. He just spoke to my heart directly, and we want to see how best we can contribute to making sure that more students are in this space where entrepreneurship is a thing, right? That is forged from even the cradle of upbringing, right? Welcome back, Mr. Ifeanyi or Brother Ifeanyi.
Okay.
I'm
Yes,
going
I'm
to
here.
ask you. Thank you so much for coming back, right?
Okay.
We know for a fact that it is applaudable to see that teenagers are involved in this space, and we know that quite a number, are doing their possible best, like the Hakibia team who has come out with the glory from the stage nationals, right? But then again, there's a whole lot of gap. There's a divide, right?
Yeah.
A vast majority
Yes.
also do
Yes.
not know about what's happening within the space, right? These has to be fixed. As an educator, as a principal who has a heart to go out to help fix this issue in Nigeria, right? How can we, or what suggestions do you have to help fix this problem so that we can ensure inclusion and growth across all relevant sectors, especially when it comes to education in the country and in Africa as a whole?
Okay. Thank you. There are two ways to it. Okay. Let me start from the top. The
Very well.
the curriculum developers, those who are in charge of developing the curriculum for education in Nigeria. For so many years, our curriculum has been one-sided, especially here in Nigeria. One-sided in the sense that we simply lay emphasis on intellectual knowledge, which forces young people to memorize most of the time. There are two major exams in Nigeria: the WAEC, JAM. WAEC and NECO, of course, they are aimed at achieving the same thing. Then the JAM. Any child in a secondary school, right from JS1, as a child steps into a secondary school in Nigeria, what is the focus? WAEC and JAM. The subjects are defined. It's either you go for arts or you go for sciences. And if you are going for any of these, you already know what is expected. Some teachers, I'm sorry to say today, are using the same lesson plan they prepared 10 years ago
That's true.
for the children that are teaching today. It's like everything's already decided. The question bank is there. From the question bank, we recycle questions for WAEC and JAM. Okay? And every child, whether you are gifted in that area or not, is like making a very small hole, okay? Asking every child, no matter the size of your body, to pass through the same hole. Sometimes when I look at children in my school, you have 30 youngsters sitting on a desk, listening to one man standing or woman standing in front of the class, talking for 40, 45 minutes. At the end, how do they conclude? Do you understand? Everybody will chorus, yes. Because if you say no, your
You
fellow
became,
students will look at you, yeah, what is wrong with you? And the
you
teacher
know,
himself will say, you're always drawing us back. So
yeah.
every child will simply chorus, yes, auntie, yes, master. Okay, and it continues like that. If you look at these children that you have before you, 5 of them, okay, if anybody told them that they'll be able to do these things they have done, they wouldn't believe it. We have about 90 children, 90 students who are participating in this IoT program. Of course, not everybody will be a presenter because the requirement is four people for stage competition. There are so many children who are hunger, we are trying to expose into Internet of Things, who can go outside what is taught in the classroom, go beyond what is taught in the class, in developing their talents. That's number one. The number two, okay, was I said there are 2 levels. The second level is now as a school administrator, as a teacher, government has given me this curriculum. Should I simply stick to this curriculum? It is important that every school administrator, every teacher look beyond the curriculum given and see how to help the young people that come to our schools, the young people that are in our classes, develop themselves further, empower themselves further, because every child is unique in himself or herself. Every
That's
child
true.
is unique. Every child has a talent. Every child has a gift. Okay? So for me, I would say it is painful that you are forcing these children, no matter their size, no matter what they are, no matter whom they are, to pass through one hole. And if for any reason a child is not able to pass through this hole, what happens? Becomes a dropout. He's looked upon or she's looked upon as somebody who is not bright, not intelligent, because we're simply looking at only one aspect of this child. Can we have a more holistic curriculum in this country?
Wow.
Can a teacher in a class, can a school administrator sitting in the office think beyond the curriculum and see how to empower young people to be more fulfilled as human beings. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very well said. We need a holistic view into the curriculum, and we need to refine a couple of things. Before I let you go off, I have one final question for
Yes.
you. As a matter of
Okay.
fact, two in one. So let me just
Yes.
try
Yes.
as much as possible to combine them. First,
Okay. Go
right,
ahead.
you must
Yes.
have believed in the idea the team advisor brought to you before, because I believe this. I believe strongly that a lot of financial gains would have gone into this, right? A lot of
Mm-hmm.
financing would have gone into this because the competition was in Abeokuta and the team is in
Yes.
Abuja. You had to transport
Yes.
at least the members of the team from Abuja to Abeokuta, right? That's one. Secondly, a whole lot of sacrifice came through, right? Because you spoke about the WAEC and the NECO and I mean the educational system in Nigeria, which is fairly almost the same across a lot of African countries. What stood out there is it means that you took a risk or a bet on this student not focusing on the WAEC and NECO as a form of classification or qualification more, right? And then you
Yes.
led them through the part of entrepreneurship. That's a risk to take, right? What encouraged you to take that risk? One, I know you have a heart, from what you've said, for entrepreneurship to be, I mean, forged around teenagers. One, but then
Yes.
again, what encouraged you to take that risk, and how were you able to get around financing? Because I think that majorly this might be a challenge a couple of other institutions are facing.
Okay, like you said, there are two questions in one. Okay. The first one is what gave me the courage to delve
Mhm.
into um, this project. The courage came from a conviction, okay,
Mm.
which you all know, okay. The conviction that if you provide a good environment, okay, and the child grow in that environment, provide all that is required without you talking, that child is will be able to explore his world. Okay. When we introduce Internet of Things in the school, we expose children, okay, give them the material, the equipment they needed to explore. I was captivated when I saw the concentration and the hunger in these children. And I said to myself, okay, these children, we should be able to do more with these children. As this was happening, Sage was introduced into the school, okay, by Mr. Mog. The day he was telling me about about Sage, my heart was burning. I said, my God, this is what I've been looking for all this while.
Wow, beautiful.
So I cannot um, thank Mr. Amog enough. But this question should go to Mr. Amog. Why did he introduce Sage to Maris College Yangoji? I wish he were here. Let him answer this question. Okay. I will I will say thanks to him because this is what I was looking for. And from the time he introduced Sage into MCY, okay, we have been coming to him asking him for advice, and he has been providing that advice and encouragement, recommending experts to us. And while we were doing this, not necessarily to go and take first position or win a competition, but to build these children, to empower these children. Then the second aspect of it is finance. I have this belief, very strong belief, conviction that if I want to embark on anything, okay, I don't think of cost. Because if I think of cost, I'll be discouraged.
Oh,
I take off and things will begin to happen. And if I tell you that I don't know how it happened, how we finance this project. I'll not be lying to you because I don't know how we're able to surmount all the financial challenges. I will also thank in a special way the children that accepted to take the risk and get involved in this project, and their parents standing behind them. Because the expenses of the trips come from the parents.
Oh, great.
And most parents were happy to do it, but we tell them this is what we are doing. Okay? And when they see the changes in the lives of their children, they also get emotionally involved and go all the way to make the sacrifices. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You've spoken like a true father that you are. Your kids must be very, very blessed to have you as their dad. And these kids at Yangoji, is it? I don't want to get the name wrong. You had a short word for it. YGN. What was it?
MCY. M for Maris.
MCY.
Yes.
Yes,
Maris
Maris.
College Yangoji. Yep.
Maris College Yangoji. These kids must be really blessed to have you. That is beautiful. You have a good heart, and
excuse me.
we need
Hold
more
on.
of
I'm
your heart.
also blessed. Hold on, please. Sorry
Yes,
to
sir.
interrupt. I'm also happy and fortunate to have them. I think I'm more fortunate. Should be more excited having this kind of children as students. They are wonderful and great. Go ahead. Sorry for interrupting you.
No worries at all. We really welcome that. It's beautiful to have people have the heart to want to learn, and we also love to have those who have the heart to want to mentor, because it stems out of mentorship to have these kids be able to do the magnificent stuff they are doing, and we really appreciate and applaud the initiative. It's a beautiful one. I sincerely cannot speak enough about this. Right. Now, let me get. I would prefer to really see the kids on here now. Where are these pretty faces? Where are they? Um,
We're back.
hey guys, how are you? Welcome back. I so love you guys right now, man. I mean, there is so much band within your the entire school, from the teacher to the principal to the students, right? And I don't know, but I think if education was this beautiful in my early ages, I would have loved to be in school more than stay out of school. This is a good one. Really appreciate the work you're doing, right? You guys have done brilliantly amazing. Every child is unique, right? And for you guys out there listening or joining this, these are students, SHS1 and SHS2, or SS1 and SS2, the Nigerian educational system, who have come up to build a solution around Internet of Things. I'm probably sure that a lot of us don't even know these things, right? Aquabox or Aquabot, and then the SenseBot, the Sense Box. I hope I don't get your this one's wrong, but it's a brilliant idea. I want to ask right now that are this solution commercially available to the public for consumption? VP Engineering and Quality Control.
Okay. So our device is still under production. The ones we
Okay.
have are still running various tests to make sure that there are no problems with it before we make it to bring them to the public. But we already have set financial statements for our device. Like the cost of the device presently is 30,000 naira. So you can order for a device before time. When we are done with all our research, development, and various testing, you can build one and send it to you.
Well spoken, VP Quality Engineering and Control. That's well done. Uh, I like. So I watched your pitch presentation, and I saw a group of students took the stage, and they were so smart, so bold, and I mean, it must have felt very, very honorable to be in the presence of the former president of Nigeria and a couple of other dignitaries, and to have spoken with such. I mean, weren't you guys scared at some point or something? Like, you shiver, but you spoke with so much voice. Like, oh my God! A warm congratulations to you. Warm congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Let me wrap up quickly with this. Time is fast spent. We want to really let you guys go back and have fun and enjoy and bask in the glory of the awards you've earned so far. Mr. or Brother Ifine, this question is to
Yes.
you, one, and then the young millennials who have achieved this feat can also answer. Right. The first is,
Okay.
what do you think is the next level of education for Africa? Looking at what I've come out so far.
Um, uh, okay. When I was talking a few minutes ago,
Yeah.
I think I made an allusion to the kind of thing we need in Africa. If we can look beyond what is happening in other parts of the world, okay, that Internet of Things is the talk of the day, okay, technology, and like I said before, holistic education. I'm looking forward to a situation where these things are made available for youngsters. The opportunity is given to them, okay, so that every child will never in his or her life feel that he or she is not intelligent.
That's right.
That, yes.
Rightfully said. Every child is unique. That's the one thing that stands out for me. Every child out there is unique. We just have to find a place to accommodate them because their uniqueness
Exactly.
is going to show up. Right. Thank you so much. Young warlocks, how are you again?
Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you.
I like the chorus answer. You guys did that at the competition too. Beautiful. Having benefited from this, right? Having benefited from what you've benefited with your school, not all teenagers your age are privy or privileged to have this this kind of training, right? What would you want to see change around education? Okay, before you got here, I'm sure before you went into this, before you accepted this, there was a lot of controversy around education. What would you want to see change around education?
Sorry, please can you repeat the question?
Okay, the question was, what would you want to see change around education?
Oh,
Okay. First, we would hope that.
Wait, hold on, don't answer. To give you an insight so you understand better, right? You have benefited from your teacher and your principal, who has been of utmost guidance to you, right? Not a lot of students your age get access to this, right? So if something doesn't also change for them, they would be in the space where you probably were before you got here, right? So what do you want to see change? What would you recommend to other schools to do so that they can have more people like you?
We hope that other schools allow younger generations for their voices to be heard, to bring them to the limelight, because young people, our minds are young. We have innovative thoughts. All that is left to do is to bring us into the limelight, and we can show what we have. So we hope that other schools would allow their students to also participate in various competitions that allow their thoughts to be heard and allow their innovations to be brought into practical activities, to allow them to express their talents and their passions in changing the ugly situation of not just Nigeria but the world at large.
Very well said. Beautifully said. Congratulations to you once again. I would have loved to have your teacher, Mr. Romanos, speak, but it looks like he's dropped off the. Okay, welcome back, Romanos. Let's hear from you. Being a tutor and it must have been difficult. I mean, thinking about conceiving the idea and now taking it to the school or to the principal for advice and opinions before approval, right? Um, Fortunately, you have a good man who is the principal of the MCY. What would you want to see change around education so that we can have more inclusive growth in the ecosystem?
All right. Everyone has, I think the points that the principal of the school and my students have made align with what I'm about to say. Now, there's been this age-long expression that the youths are the leaders of tomorrow. And the question is this: when is this tomorrow? For me, I think that one thing we need to know, one thing that is of paramount importance that can help change the status quo, especially as it concerns healthier lives, as it concerns the economy of the nation and other aspects of the nation's economy and all that. It's giving the children, teenagers, the opportunity to thrive. Now, I'll just like to draw us back a little. One of the things that I can say, you asked me before how excited I am about the team's successes and all that. In 2019, when I presented students for the SAGE national competition, I went with the highest number of students. I went with about, I think about 20 something or thereabout. In 2020, I went with about 32 students. And in the just concluded SAGE national competition, I traveled with 34 students. So I believe in giving young minds the opportunity to express themselves, to bring out their ideas. Some of these ideas, they discuss it with themselves in secret. Some of them have things they want to do, they have problems they want to solve, but the enabling ground is not there. That support is not there. And I'm also appreciative of the institution where I work, the Marist school system. All right, the Marist brothers are not just interested in the psyche, in the intellect, in the brain development. They're also interested in forming the child at heart, so that you're not just intelligent, but you can relate with people. All right, you are good at heart, and you can take instructions, you can work with people. So I think that instead of us relying on what governments can do for us all the time, we can allow the young minds to put to action, to come out, especially as regards entrepreneurship, so that from their early age, they become problem solvers. They become job creators, not job seekers. The Nigerian situation, the education system in Nigeria is such that once you finish from secondary school, you go to the university, you pick a course, and all that. When you graduate, you come out, you want to be employed by government and all that. This is the dream of everybody. This is the mindset of most teenagers in Nigeria. But a situation where, from a very early age, we have someone in JS2. From this early age, they begin to understand that yes, we can actually create jobs for ourselves. We can create jobs for other persons too. We can also impact in our nation's economy. So with this, you find out that what our society will be a better place. Things will change for the better. And the solutions that they have proffered in our case now does not just address Nigeria alone. We have been able to meet about 4 SDG goals. SDG 3, Goal 9, Goal 11, and Goal 13. So I think that for me, what we need now is to allow the young minds to come out to limelight so that we can have a change in what happens around us and also in our technology.
Very well said, Mr. Romanus. That is beautiful. It's good to see that young people are also engaged in solving some of the 17 SDG goals. This is beautifully done. Right. Your last words, Mr. Or Brother Ifeanyi. I almost said barrister again, Brother Ifeanyi. Okay.
It's okay.
Your last
Yeah.
word. What do you recommend to fast track the participation of students with entrepreneurship? I mean, awards or some things like what Sage Nigeria is doing, anything that has to do with entrepreneurship. What would be your recommendation? Your last word before we leave.
If I get you correctly, it's what I can recommend to fast track
Yeah,
what Sage Nigeria is doing.
fast track
Um,
teens participation, the student participation in um, organizations like what Sage Nigeria is doing. So Sage is focused on entrepreneurship, right? But we need more
yes.
students to be participants, okay? Because there is that gap already. So how would you recommend that we can fast track to get more people involved in this? I mean, you've made so many laudable points already around some of these thematic areas. I just want your last words. So maybe we missed out something, or maybe something as drop as a great father you are. You always have words of wisdom to share with us.
Well, I hope I am getting you get exactly what you have in mind. Because you're
Okay.
talking about Sage, you're talking about participation of young people.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Let me
Uh,
let me help you. Let me help you.
okay?
So there are a lot of
Okay, go ahead.
entrepreneurship schemes, right? There are a lot of
Yes.
organization doing something like what Stage Nigeria is doing, right? But how can we get more people to be involved in this? Because there is that gap where they are not knowledgeable. They are not aware, right? How can we get them involved? How can we get more teenagers involved?
Um, I think I will encourage Sage Nigeria to make more adverts about this competition because I've been to so many parts of Nigeria. It was only when I came to FCT I heard about Sage. So there are so many secondary schools, even higher institutions that can also get involved in what Sage is doing and encourage school at school level to create something similar to what Sage is doing in their schools. Okay, it can be interclass competition of various types, so that as many young people in the school as possible can participate.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Romanus, let's hear your last words. And then before we go to the students, the winners, the champions of Nigeria, we'll take a few comments from the comment section. Romanus, please, are you still on the call? Okay, let's go to what the people are saying on social media. Emmanuel Chinonye says, Sharon, I love the boldness. Congratulations, Sharon. You are enjoying a lot of love. Maris is the thing from Ogu Lucky Paul. Let's see what someone else is saying. Oh, Julius Hike says, we marry. Kudos to MCY family. More ahead. Congratulations, guys. Maris College won a place to be. Congratulations once again from Ona Peter. And Martina Onyema Ogeni says that nice and brilliant work. Teenpreneurs. That's beautiful. And trademark that name already, Teenpreneurs. Congratulations to MCY. More wins. Oh, MCY has a lot of fans. It looks like Maris all the way. Modestus Kachi Minra, thank you so much for joining this conversation. We'll take a final comment from Mr. Romanus, and then we will speak to the winners of the day and take their final comment before we leave. Hi, Mr. Romanus. Let's hear you.
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah.
So my final words is let us all work together towards impacting lives in our communities. All right.
Beautiful.
The state of things in the country has ultimately that we have all become we government blaming different persons. It is very important that we understand that most of the things that happen to us do not change who we are. So we need to our life positively and to a great extent.
Oh, too bad. We lost him. Okay. Sage team winner, Maverick, Marik, or Maris College in Yangoji.
Maris,
I'm sorry.
Maris,
I keep on.
Maris.
Oh, I'm really sorry. My deep apologies for always messing up the name. Maris College. I think I should just stick with MCY. It's easier said than. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. We lost the team as well. Okay, that's all time will allow us. We
Please.
wanted to hear from the team before we leave. Yes, Mr. Ifeanyi?
Yes, yes. Before we wrap up the show,
Yes,
I want to say something which, if I don't say, it will be incomplete. Okay.
okay.
Um, these students are coming from Maris College, Yangoji.
Yeah.
The word Maris is a popular name in Nigeria.
Okay.
Maris is a religious congregation, the Catholic Church,
Oh,
who are experts in providing quality education to young people.
okay.
We have 13 secondary schools all over Nigeria, and primary schools, a polytechnic, and a university in building. And whatever I'm doing at Maris College, Yangoji, is thanks to the Maris brothers who provided me the information and the knowledge of what I am today. I'm simply repeating what is happening in other Maris schools all over Nigeria.
That's right.
Maris Brothers of the School is an international religious congregation that is existing in all continents of the world, providing quality education to young people, irrespective of religion, culture, or sex.
Great. Thank you
So
so
I
much
will
for that.
invite you, okay? So this is the foundation, the backbone of whatever
Mary.
we are doing at Maris College Yangoji and whatever these young people have been able to do with IoT. Thank you.
Thank, thank you so much. Sage team from MCY Yangoji. Let's have you on board now. Welcome back,
MCY.
guys. Maris College, Yangoji. How are you all again? I keep asking this question because I know the enthusiasm must be a lot. You know, you're so happy that you won. What are the next steps after winning? How did you guys have fun? How did you guys enjoy yourself? Can you share with some of us? Maybe we can join you.
We really enjoyed ourselves. We are very happy, and we are so honored to have an opportunity like this. We also hope to have such an opportunity again. Thank you. Very nice to meet you. Also, thank Mr.
Thank you so
Mogul.
much. My privilege. I love to see teenpreneurs who are doing amazing things, and you guys have won my heart. Congratulations, kudos. Wish you
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
have a blessed time.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. This conversation was brought to you by Digital Times in collaboration with Sage Nigeria and AfroSeed. You just witnessed a dialogue with Maris College Yangoji, right? The Sage champions from the nationals in Nigeria. That's all we have for you at this time. Do well for latest entrepreneurial insights around African innovations and technology. Do well to visit www.digitaltimes.africa. Do not miss out on anything tech, anything innovation, anything entrepreneur. You just saw a group of young entrepreneurs, teenpreneurs, bring you such amazing insights. These are mature students already. They look so ready for the job market. Thank you so much. My name remains Richard Joseph, and that's all time will allow us. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.